Lewis uploads a video promoting the idea of cabal of elites. This is getting crazier and crazier, and is engaged in child trafficking. He names several famous actors, and he claims that they are involved in harming children. Claims. You're allowed to make claims. You're allowed to have an opinion. You're allowed to believe in a cabal of elites. Is that even controversial to say that rich, powerful, famous people control the world? Is that somehow wrong? A cabal of elites is engaged in child trafficking. We know that that happened. Look at Epstein. What do you mean? We literally know that that happened. YouTube's insane, bro. They are blatantly leftist. The last question, victimhood. It gets crazier and crazier. They are trying to indoctrinate people. And guys, I'm not going to be able to finish this unless I click the right answer. And I have unlimited tries. They want conformity. They don't want the right answer. They want conformity. They want me to say, yes, I bow down to saying that we can't disagree, that I have to say there's no cabal of elites. This is mind-boggling. I'm doing this for you. I'm doing this so you can see. Guys, this is absolutely crazy. As you guys know, I'm making videos exposing the Matrix and basically just doing war with the degeneracy of the left and culture. I woke up this morning to have this notification on my YouTube page. You can now take a short policy training to expire your community guidelines warning. Guys, I have no idea what this is. It's no surprise to people that YouTube is a far left-wing communist organization that discriminates against people who disagree with the radical left. And you can now take a short policy retraining to expire your community guidelines warning. So many months ago, I got a random community guidelines warning on, I think it was a short. It didn't make any sense because I had like 30 shorts that were of the exact same vein. I think it was probably a very common theme, like owning feminists or something. Or maybe it was dunking on communists. I don't remember. But this has been on my channel for, at this point, like 3 months. I've never seen this before. Guys, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take the retraining and I'm going to expose it for everyone to see. So you all get to look at it, because this is madness, dude. Okay, guys, here we go. Let's take retraining and see what happens here. Let's see what happens. If you violate this policy again within 90 days of completing the policy training, you'll get a strike. What? If you won't be able to do things like upload, post, or live stream for 1 week? Guys, a strike is obviously a really big deal to a channel, but I feel like I should do this so that everyone can see how communist and totalitarian they've become, how deeply immoral the left is. This is obviously kind of a risk to me. And I wonder if it's like a trap, if this is like some sort of trap. Take action. Bro, I have never said a racial slur on YouTube. What are they talking about? This happened. Wait, prolonged insults. That's all that all the leftist channels do every single day. That's literally all H3 does. They have no arguments. They only insult people. They only have ad hominems. H3 violates this every single day 1,000,000 times. Look at this. So part of their policy is prolonged name-calling or malicious insults. That's all they did against Andrew Tate. Are you kidding me? I've never used racial slurs in my life. So, I mean, who knows? It doesn't have to be coherent. They're, you know, obviously they're not coherent. Next. Oh my gosh, here it is. Take policy. This is crazy, guys. This is crazy. Take training. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. About the training. We want you to create and share your content confidently. In this training, you'll see scenarios related to the policy you violated. Bro, this is like Marxist. This is about to be Marxist re-education right now. This reminds me of the propaganda on college campuses. You have unlimited attempts to get it right. to get it right. They just want conformity. They just want submission. You have unlimited attempts to get it right. Get it right. That means agree with their ideas. Get it right. They're spelling it out for you. Get it right means agreeing with what they think and say. I'm going to poke holes in every single presupposition that they offer. Harassment and cyberbullying? I've never harassed or cyberbullied anyone. This is so stupid. Okay. Right, so you can't go after the protected classes in Marxism. Sexual orientation. They're spelling out the Marxist identification classes for you right here. Race, immigration status, religion, sex, sexual orientation. They are literally listing victimhood classes set forth by Marxism, which dole out counterfeit virtue as a result of adhering to. People aren't individuals, according to these insane lunatics. According to them, you can only have group identities that adhere to the Marxist degeneracy. Let's see what happens. What? A video in which a creator says they're happy their brother died quickly in a car accident, so he wasn't in pain for an extended period of time. Dude, these are like SAT questions, but for your political stance. I've never seen anything like this before. This is like answering questions for a test, but instead of reading comprehension, it's testing your opinion. You could argue that this is right or wrong. I mean, I can clearly imagine a video where this is allowed, where, you know. And also notice how the question isn't is it right or wrong. The question is it a violation? So they're not interested in it being right or wrong because Marxism posits themselves as the arbiters of right and wrong. Their ideology is that which doles out virtue, not the meritocratic vetting of ideas. Group identity. This is madness, dude. And remember what it said earlier. You have unlimited tries to get it right. So you have to agree with their opinions to get it right. And it's not a test because you have unlimited times to get it right. Imagine multiple choice test, but you have unlimited tries to get it right. Eventually you'll get 100%. They're not interested in it being a test. They're interested in you conforming, to you admitting. That's the reason I'm doing this, guys. I'm doing this to expose YouTube so that you can see what this is. And if I get a strike, so be it. Gosh, I hope I don't, because I want to be able to reach all of you. But is this a violation? I'm going to say no. I have no idea. We'll find out, guys. Let's check. Let's see what it is. Let's see. Okay. So you can talk about your brother dying. All right. Next. Oh my gosh. I already know what this is going to be about. It's going to be about sexism or racism because it's a woman and it's a Chinese name. Mai is a chef who uploads cooking content for YouTube. Mai uploads a video about her former boss, Piotr. Dude, it's me about women and racism. Who fired May early in her career. May is speaking about Paya while sharpening her kitchen knife, saying, honestly, Paya's decision to fire me really hurt. I don't know how I could act. What is this shit, dude? What am I? Is this what they teach in gender studies? Multiple choice. You have to adhere to our counterfeit morality. I don't know how I would act if I ever saw her again because I have a lot of frustration and sadness over her decision. I hope that we could repair a relationship. I don't know if it's possible. Okay. Oh my gosh, bro. Oh my gosh. Obviously this isn't a violation because there's no violation here. She's talking about not liking someone, but also it's a woman. So according to you can just follow their identity politics. It's not about vetting the ideas. You know, I automatically look at things for their internal coherence and their logic. But to pass these Marxist purity tests, all you have to do is follow the thread of victimhood status. The victim is always right, the alleged victim, right? If that's based on race, sexual identity, or whatever. So because this is a woman, we know that she must be innocent. Okay, next. A journalist uploads a video focused on the harmful Oh my gosh, you can't make this up. Oh. A journalist uploads a video focused on harmful conspiracy theory, QAnon. In the video, the journalist interviews Jonah, who used to believe in the conspiracy theory. Jonah says, wow. When I was deep in the QAnon movement, I thought my friend Maggie was involved in a secret lab that trafficked minors. Oh my gosh. Has anyone else seen this? Dude, someone at YouTube wrote this. This is like leftist propaganda. This is the reason why they hated that movie, exposing child traffickers. I realize now how wrong and misled I was. None of it was real. And I don't even know what QAnon really is about. I know it's a right-wing conspiracy theory, but that's opinionated. And really, I think all that they're about is being anti-child trafficking. And they think Hillary Clinton, like, eats babies or something. But guys, if somebody wants to believe in that, it should be allowed. What you're seeing here is the insistence on left-wing supremacy. Their ideology is by default the only correct mode to operate in. QAnon must be bad. It must be evil because it's on the right. They don't use BLM here. They don't talk about the leftists supporting Hamas right now. They don't talk about Antifa, which burns buildings. No, they're going to say QAnon's bad. Do we agree that QAnon's bad? And it's baked into the presuppositions of the question. They can't keep their Marxism to themselves because they know that they have counterfeit morality. They know that people constantly see them as frauds, and they can't stand that, so they have to infuse the presuppositions of their incoherent, dogmatic propaganda with the other side's bad. Remember, they're the other. Their side's bad. I'm living in a time of censorship. I'm living in a time of left-wing tyranny. This is the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing, bro. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel, dude. Okay, this is incoherent. There is no way of correctly answering this because the presuppositions are incoherent and because it doesn't make sense. So it's not okay because it's public domain. It's okay because it doesn't side with an ideology that they don't like. Think about that. What you're allowed to post on YouTube is, dude, can you imagine Rumble doing this? Could you imagine a free speech platform like X doing this? YouTube is literally telling you, showing a picture of someone's face isn't allowed based on the ideology that you are either praising or demonizing. Insanity. Oh my gosh, what is this next one? Julie creates a video ranking the best child actors in Hollywood. Her least favorite actor, Kara, is 14 years old. Julie shares a clip of Kara acting in a movie and says, I don't understand why Kara's parents made her start acting at such a young age. It did not fair to her. You can tell her by acting she's not that interested and she'd rather have fun being a normal kid. This is obviously not a violation because there's nothing wrong going on here. But who knows what they're going to put? Who knows what it's going to be, bro? Who knows? Oh my gosh, it's so passive aggressive. Look at this. Julie isn't shaming or insulting Kara. What the fuck? Shaming and insulting is subjective. This is right out of the mind of the low IQ indoctrinated feminine psyche. I'm thinking about Pokemon or degenerate weak-willed leftist women at YouTube or soy boy men at YouTube that create stuff like this. Do you have any idea how much H3 insults Andrew Tate? It is a one-party system. You have any idea how much Pokemon insulted Andrew Tate? You know how much hate people direct at Jordan Peterson or Fresh and Fit or Andrew Tate on YouTube? That is absolutely insulting and shaming. It's a one-party system that has no intention of upholding justice, morality, or coherence. Only adherence to the correct political affiliation or the correct ideology. It's deeper than political. The ideology of Marxism. The only thing that matters is the adherence to Marxism. That's what determines who you're allowed to insult, who you're allowed to shame. Only people that disagree with their ideology are allowed to be insulted. As we just learned from the last question, the reason you're allowed to post someone's face is because they're not affiliated with the wrong way of thinking. Maria, another virtuous person, because she's a woman, uploads, so I already know that it's going to be no isn't. Maria uploads a video discussing Holocaust. Maria says, so many people died in this horrible tragedy. Anne Frank wrote a moving memoir about this time. I believe she died in the Bergenstein concentration camp, but I might be wrong. This is not a violation, is it? See? Because it's a woman, because Maria isn't denying Anne Frank's victimhood. Guys, are you reading this? Are you reading this? This is Marxist ideology. Victimhood can't be questioned. What did I say at the beginning of this video? This is insane. You cannot question the victimhood status of the constituents of the left-wing ideology, because that is what determines their virtue and allows them to say they're better than you because they're victims. Guys, the people that say that Jordan Peterson, it's a conspiracy theory, or that oh my gosh, they're admitting to you this is their ideology. The problem should be that it's fact-based, that this person is allowed to have an opinion, that they can say what they want. That's the reason it shouldn't be a violation. But the reason why it's not a violation to them is because you're not denying Anne Frank's victimhood. Mind-boggling. This is the architecture of left-wing ideology. Study Marxism. I've made videos about this. Jordan Peterson has made videos about this. Annotating the false, incoherent, evil presuppositions of Marxism. The value of a person is not defined by their group identity. It's defined by individual merit and objective morality. They spell it out for you. They say it out loud. There's no way YouTube wants me to show you this, but I'm gonna show you, bro. This is crazy. This is crazy. Lewis, okay, it's a man. High probability that he's gonna do something bad. High probability he's gonna do something bad. Lewis uploads a video promoting the idea of cabal of elites. This is getting crazier and crazier, and is engaged in child trafficking. He names several famous actors, and he claims that they are involved in harming children. Claims. You're allowed to make claims. You're allowed to have an opinion. You're allowed to believe in a cabal of elites. Is that even controversial to say that rich, powerful, famous people control the world? Is that somehow wrong? Hello? This is violative because Lewis is promoting a harmful conspiracy theory. Dude, you can't make this up. You can't make this up. They are promoting an ideology. They are trying to indoctrinate people. They are trying to indoctrinate people. And guys, I'm not going to be able to finish this unless I click the right answer. And I have unlimited tries. They want conformity. They don't want the right answer. They want conformity. They want me to say, yes, I bow down to saying that we can't disagree, that I have to say there's no cabal of elites. This is mind-boggling. I'm doing this for you. I'm doing this so you can see. This is violative because Lewis is alleging that specific people are engaged in a harmful conspiracy theory. Dude. Harmful conspiracy theory. That's not a conspiracy theory, and it's not harmful. It's only harm if they're not doing bad things to kids, then how is it harmful? A cabal of elites is engaged in child trafficking. We know that happened. Look at Epstein. What do you mean? We literally know that happened. YouTube's insane, bro. They are blatantly leftist. The last question, victimhood. It gets crazier and crazier. I bet the last one's going to be absolutely insane. And I predicted it because Lewis is a male's name. The male's evil. He's doing a bad thing. Identity politics. It all has to go in alignment. It's the exact same thing as the propaganda and programming that they put into all the TV shows. HBO, Netflix, the man's the villain, the white guy's the villain. It's all the same. It goes beyond predictable. They are totalitarian identitarians. We saw this in history. It killed 60 million people due to internal repression, not World War II. Internal repression, communism in World War II. 100 million in Maoist China. Far left identitarianism, ideology, group identity politics. You're not a part of the right class, the right group. Dead. 100 million corpses. This is insane. I have no idea which one it is. I have no idea because their minds are so warped and twisted that it could be any of them. This is violative because I have no idea. I'm just gonna go with the first one. Let's see what happens. Let's just see what happens. You're almost there. One is okay. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. This is so crazy. Oh my god. This is so crazy. What the fuck? Oh. Do you think? Could it be? Could it be? It's not that. Oh, select correct and okay. Let's try this one. Who knows? Who knows what it's going to be? Oh, this one's correct. Okay. So you're not allowed to say that a cabal of elites is engaged in child trafficking, even though that literally happened. We know that happened for a fact. You can't talk about it. That's really strange. The radical left doesn't want you to talk about how they're exploiting children. And that was a question earlier. So someone at YouTube, probably a soy boy or degenerate, fat, leftist, obese feminist, is triggered that people are pointing out the degeneracies and immorality of the radical left. That infuriates them. That's no surprise. When people call them out as immoral frauds that they are, It enrages them because they have no way of actually rebuffing that claim, because they can't engage in coherence. They can only engage in their ideology, which says, I'm a good person by default. So when you say, wait a second, by default doesn't exist because look, you're actually an immoral person. You're defending the horrible things that they did to kids. They get enraged. I think that that actually prompts a lot of banning of people when the person in question starts to expose the fact that the virtuous class is actually evil. That's when they get infuriated and enraged. Lewis didn't specifically name the harmful conspiracy theory. So so they're saying you can reference the other side, the bad guys, but you can't agree with them. You can't agree with the wrong group of people. You can't think the wrong thing. Guys, this is a retraining course that YouTube gave me. What am I looking at? This is the last question. Charlotte uploads it. Okay, woman, so probably innocent, but also a white girl's name, so could be not the victim, could be the oppressor according to Marxism. Uploads a video interviewing her mother, Tara, who formerly believed in QAnon. Another QAnon. Why are they obsessed with this? They're obsessed with thinking the wrong thing. They're obsessed with people exposing them as child predators. They're obsessed with people demonstrating that they are immoral frauds. In the video, Tara says, Q said to trust the plan, but nothing ever came of it. Right, they're attacking Trump now. They said that so many important people were involved, but it was all untrue. This is madness. This is crazy. I'm sure it hurts these people to be associated with such false, harmful claims. Okay, so they're trying to shame people. After her comments, multiple government officials and celebrities are shown on screen. Okay, so it sounds like they're shaming the wrong ideology. So since they're shaming the wrong ideology here, it clearly must be allowed, according to them. I think. I could be wrong. They're incoherent fools, so who knows what it actually is. And notice how they want to bring the insane conspiracy theorist, outlandish person back into the fold because, and we'll, in the process, show that we're the good guys after they've been exposed as the immoral frauds that they are. After they've been exposed as the deeply evil people that they are. Oh, it's so twisted. And the people that don't come back into the fold are attacked and slandered with false accusations like Russell Brand, Andrew Tate, Donald Trump, the list goes on. This is violative because Tara is alleging that specific people are engaged in a harmful conspiracy theory. That's definitely not it, because you're allowed to demonize people on YouTube that don't agree with the radical left. This is violative because Tara is not promoting a harmful conspiracy theory or alleging anyone's involvement with her. I'm just gonna, let's see what happens, bro. Let's see what happens. Okay, let's see what happens. Yeah. This is inviolate because Tara is not insane, dude. Insane. I have proven to you that YouTube promotes Marxism. This has been hyper obvious to me and a few others for a very long time, but people need to wake up. This ideology is evil. These people are the most evil people in the world, animated by an ideology that killed tens of millions, and they're calling themselves the good guys. They're deciding what you're allowed to think and say. I hope that in hundreds of years we can look back at this and marvel at the immorality of the system we allowed to operate, similarly to how we look back and marvel at the immorality of slavery. There needs to be an online Bill of Rights saying that on social platforms that are essentially a massive part of life and the town square now, that you're allowed to have free speech, just as you're allowed to have free speech in the physical world. Insane, bro. Insane. This is insane stuff. Nice work. And then we have the diversity banner. We have a woman and a black man and a Hispanic man and a blonde woman all trumpeting and celebrating that we've converted, that we're a part of the virtuous class now. Oh, we're going to celebrate. Your warning will expire in 3 months. If you violate the harassment and cyberbullying again, before this warning expires, you'll get a strike. If you we're the virtuous class, but if you say the wrong thing, we'll have to punish you. Dolores Umbridge type levels here. I did this for you guys. Oh my gosh, bro. Oh my gosh. What matters is that we speak the truth, because a word of truth outweighs the world. It disintegrates their incoherent immorality. It leaves them flailing, enraged, and pathetic. You can think about comparing a picture of a radical leftist constituent and Andrew Tate, for example. They get enraged when you see them as who they are. They get enraged when objective truth, which judges their ideology's incoherence, it gets under their skin because people can see their fraudulence. What you're seeing here is they're clearly obsessed with people bowing down and admitting that they're the good guys, even though the ideology that they utter killed tens of millions and is arguably a much more dangerous strand of the radical left-wing mind virus than existed in the 20th century. Because in the 20th century, Marxism was only predicated on economic class, whereas now it's predicated on all forms of victimhood, sexual identity, immigration status. I didn't even think of that, but they brought that up. Sexual orientation, race. You criticize the wrong group, you're a bad person. It doesn't matter if it's George Floyd or a murderer, like the black murderer we saw in New York kill that leftist boyfriend in front of his Marxist girlfriend. That murderer isn't guilty according to the Marxist girlfriend because he's black, because objective notions of justice and morality can't supersede the presuppositions of inherent virtue held by Marxism. All they care about is blanket submission to their ideology. That's all they care about. Well, they're not going to get it. Subscribe to the channel. We're fighting an uphill battle, but a word of truth outweighs the world.